Ew, 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 Danny, 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 Danny. And so what's up? Hey, what's up? So this hair, let's get right into it, girl. I know y'all didn't come to see me get my boogie on. Don't be jealous of my boogie. This hair is from AngelGrace on Aliexpress. This is their Brazilian straight, and I am rocking 4 bundles of 24 inches. And I think my original frontal, because this is not it, was 18 or 20 inches. This particular one has been cut. Now, in a lot of the more recent videos that I'm about to be putting up, a lot of the frontals are not the original company's frontals. I brought a whole bunch of frontals wholesale because I was really tired of companies telling me that they don't have any 13x6s, and I'm really just over making wigs that I don't want anymore after I'm done because I don't like how small the parting space. She's parting, okay? So yeah, this is a straight 13x6 Indian straight frontal to go with this. So I've had this hair for almost a year and about a month and a day. Yeah, girl. So I know you guys, just backstory before we get to it, just so this makes sense. A while ago, a lot of Aliexpress companies had got shut down. And remember, it went from like all of these vendors, and then all of you guys were like, none of the links are working on a lot of your videos. And that's because a lot of those companies were either shut down or they just didn't make whatever quota that Aliexpress was requiring of the company. And they ended up, yeah. So with that being the situation, a lot of those companies I would do videos for and then contact like, hey, your review's ready, and then we'll get no reply. So I'm like, okay. So I thought this particular company was one of those because when I was emailing, I was getting no reply. So I did the video. I ended up doing like 8 videos that so I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna stop doing this. I'm just gonna email them first to make sure, because there's a waiting list for me to do reviews. So it takes a little while for me to get to it. So I thought this was one of the companies that this was a situation, but apparently there was some miscommunication because they ended up emailing me like, what's going on? Like, it's been almost a year, and I'm just like, okay, the video's done. Okay, I just need to put all the information in it, and I need you to send me that so that I can upload it. Well, I watched the video, and I wasn't a big fan of the video. Not because I said anything that was not favorable of the company, because I do like the hair, but because of the fact that the limited parting space and this little baby hair piece right here is just, she wasn't as ghetto in the bathroom, but now she's really ghetto on camera, so she's gonna stay. So, side note. So I was just trying to figure out, do I really want to redo this? Because I have been wearing it straight, and then I have been wearing it curly because I was using it more so as a hat wig because I didn't like the parting space. So I decided to, with this whole box of frontals I have now, to redo this particular unit. So the hair is actually the same hair that I've been having for almost a year. The frontal, however, is not the same. The frontal is fairly newer, so just bear that in mind, please. And there was nothing wrong with the original frontal other than the fact that I just didn't like the parting space. Like, that 2-inch difference makes a world of a difference, okay? So yeah, so what I did was, originally I would wear it as a, like I said, a hat wig. So I would wear it straight, and then what I would do was I would go ahead, re-flat iron it, make it look real silky straight, wear it as a hat wig, or maybe with a beanie, depending on how I'm feeling that day and what the weather talking about, because you know I'm in California. And then I would go, after my hair would get dirty or it wouldn't be as flat anymore, or I don't want to keep putting heat in it and just burning it down, I would just go ahead and curl it and then let some loose waves and then wear it like that. So with that being the situation, I was like, I really do enjoy the hair. I really do like the hair in that particular review, but I wasn't too fond of the frontal. So I decided to go ahead and replace it. Now, I'm just going to tell y'all off the bat and off the rip, from a 1 to a 10, I give them an 8. And the only reason why they don't get a 10 or a 9 from me, because usually if it's anything lower than this, I just won't review it. I've had some 7s, but no 4 and 5s. They just go back. The reason why I didn't get a perfect score are these 2 reasons. One is because this hair had a smell to it when I got it, and I do remember that. And again, like I said, it's very easy to get the smell out if you just take some water and some fabric softener and you boil it, or you just put it in a and you put it in there, you mix it, let it get all the funk out, and then you actually just like wash it, not just co-wash it, but actually wash it, it should rid you of any smells. I don't remember what the specific smell was, but it had a very, because the hair is straight, so it had like a very permed smell to it, which I wasn't too fond of. But after that, it was fine. I didn't, you know, have any issues or problems of that nature. Now, I just want to, a lot of you guys have asked in my comments, what do you use to wash your hair? And I personally use moisturizing shampoos. I do not use, I repeat, I do not use clarifying shampoos on my hair. Sometimes my frontals, and that's usually when I'm using color, but never on my hair. And the reason why I don't is because this hair will last you between a month to 6 months. So therefore, the hair, as soon as you dry it out, it's going to go completely that way. And you're going to end up with, I'm sure some of you guys may or may not know this, but when you use clarifying shampoo, it strips all the moisture out of the hair. So what happens when you strip moisture out? You start to get a whole bunch of tangling. And what happens after tangling? You start to get shedding. And what happens after shedding? You go in the trash. So I try my hardest not to, no matter how much you co-wash some hair, if you're stripping it out every time you wash it, depending on how often you wash it, the hair is not gonna last. You're gonna start to pull the hair out of the wefts, and before you know it, it's just gonna be a mess, okay? A mess. In almost a year, she's still good. She's still hitting, she's still getting. So just keep that in mind. You have to remember, hair care, even on your extensions, are important because it will prolong your investment. So with that out of the way, that's the two main things, I guess you could say, that I wasn't a big fan of when it came to this hair. And two of my bundles also did not match. Like, it was 3 or 4. I can't remember 2, but I believe it was 4 because my hair is really full. So it's either 3 super full bundles or just 4 bundles in general. But I believe it's 4 if I'm not mistaken, because everything was all cut up after I redid the wig, so I can't really remember because it's been so long. But just I had to make sure I dyed one of them to make sure that, because it was pretty light and it was more so at the ends, like that's it. But I didn't get the whole really bad split ends, which seems to be, I sent 4 bundles of hair back to 4 different companies because of that very reason, because the ends on some of this hair that I've been receiving, I don't know, I told y'all I was gonna only do wigs from this point on, but I'm so backed up because my life is a mess. So there, we got that out the way. So as far as shedding goes, I don't get any, okay? So we're gonna do this. This is a hot glue gun unit. This is not a sewed unit. So remember, when you use a hot glue gun unit, it works also as a weft sealer as well. So keep that in mind too. If you ever just don't feel like going through on, you know, just hot glue gun it, and it will automatically seal your wefts. So for me, as a hot glue gun wig wearing person, she's not getting any, honey. And then as far as the color goes, that was another thing that factored. So I said 2, so it's really 4. 2, well, the third or the fourth would be the fact that I can't lift this hair over that really ugly greenish brown color. I call it dookie. I can't get it over that color, and I don't know as to why. Some hair can do it. Like you guys know, when I did my Cruella hair, it lifted with no problems and it was amazing. But this particular hair just doesn't do it. And I just went through this with some other hair too, where I was bleaching it to put a color on top of it, and it will not lift to a certain degree. And if I put that color on it, it's just gonna be muddy and it's gonna be gross. So I have to either figure out some completely different hair or a completely different look, which really sucks. So if you want to go for like a nice auburn color, like if you want to lift this and then put auburn on top of it, you can. If you just go ahead and tone it out. Or if you would like to do something like a, you know, a chestnut brown or maybe a dark deep red, that'll work. But if you're trying to go for any blonde, any Sierra, Beyonce, Olivia hues, this is not gonna work for you. Not at all. So like I said, from a 1 to a 10, I'll give them an 8. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, because it was straight hair. What I did was I took my curling wand and I just went through and did these beachy waves, hence, you know, my nice little swimsuit that I got from Forever 21. And I had on sunglasses earlier too. So yeah, I mean, it's not really much else to say. It's satisfactory hair. If you're looking for hair that's going to last you between at least 3 to 6 months, this will be great with proper care. Just remember that. If you guys do not remember anything else I ever tell y'all, remember to wash your hair often. You cannot have a wig forever and never wash it, because she's going to turn into a nice doormat, okay? A thick one at that. So if you guys are interested in other videos that I got going on, you can definitely click right there. Ow, 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 ow. And yeah, thank you guys so much. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, because I got a lot of new stuff coming, because my life is starting to fall back right in line like my tracks, okay? Super cute. So I will catch y'all in my next one. Peace. S Club. Remember that?